Uh, Hello, everyone. My name is Iron. I'm a master's student here at the LTXT program, and I'm really proud to share with you my project Animus, which is your own personal AI-based career development mentor. So my project originally began with frustrations regarding the job market. We send out hundreds of resumes. We sometimes don't receive anything back, and we don't even hear any feedback about what we did wrong so that we can do better next time. So I decided to tackle this problem space because it's not only very topical and relevant to us, but it's a very sore point, sore pain point. But sadly for me, I came to realize a full semester into this that this is a really complex problem space. I probably can't solve it all in one go. But instead of giving up on the problem, it made me wonder if perhaps there was a better question to look into. So there's a lot about this ever-evolving job market that's unfortunately outside of our control. So I turned the question inward and I asked, what can we do? And that's how the question eventually came about. How do we go about making our career decisions? Not too surprisingly, people listed family, friends, and faculty as their top 3 influences, followed by what they see on social media, guidance from career centers, and then aptitude tests like MBTI. Now, from just a quick glance of these sources, what would you say these all have in common with each other? Question for the audience. Exactly. Yes, perfect. They're all external sources. Very good guess. But the question here is, so what? Does it really matter that we choose careers based on external influences? And to answer this question, let's take a look at how the situation is today. Let's see how it's played out over time. Based on my research, I found that Gen Z report feeling a lot of confusion. They don't know where to start with their careers. They don't know how to get to move forward, what to choose. Millennials carry a lot of regret, either about the college majors they chose, the student loans they've taken on, or the fact that they had to make a late career pivot and they're just kind of forcing their ways through it. Gen X have this bit of what I'd call resigned acceptance. They don't love what they do. They just put their heads down and they get to work, but they feel burned out. And what we can kind of see from the data is that no matter what age group you're in, people across all the demographics are all struggling to make well-informed career decisions. And this matters because it has very negative adverse effects on your quality of life, your overall lifetime earnings, and your ability to achieve very important milestones of adulthood. So the problem isn't necessarily that these people don't know how to choose. It's that they haven't been trained on an internal level to develop and use very critical self-reflection skills, introspection, and metacognitive skills. And these are the skills that you need in order to make well-informed decisions about yourself. Now, virtually all the leading scholars in the career development field have centralized around this consensus of 2 key ingredients to proper career exploration. The first is to know thyself, and the second is to know your environment. And that's the exact problem we have today, which is that we have too much of the second and not enough of the first. And I decided, well, that is probably where the learning gap is. So enter Animus. This is an AI mentor that helps you design your own career development plan by guiding the way you think, reflect, and introspect. Your entire experience is scaffolded by an AI assistant named Novi. He's your more knowledgeable other, per Lev Vygotsky's theory, and he makes sure that your learning journey is moving along in the right direction. The learner is still very much in the driver's seat throughout the entire journey, and that's because the key skills we're trying to develop here include your ability to reflect deeply, to set clear goals for yourselves, and to successfully carry them out. Now, this scaffolding is particularly useful when it comes to context, because what happens when people don't know what they don't know, either about themselves, about the wider world of work, or oftentimes both. And of course, these scaffolds are not meant to be permanent, even though if you live in New York City, you'd think otherwise. Now, to do all this, learners will also need very proper and accurate facilitation. And that's where Novi comes in. He uses something called the Socratic dialogue method, which is a back and forth interaction with the user to help the user actually think more deeply about how they're thinking. So it follows up with what you say by asking you to explain your reasoning. And then these are done in very short bursts of micro coaching sessions that are designed to make the user feel like they're improving without it coming across as too instructional. It's almost like how you'd feel if you watch a TED Talk. You walk away feeling informed, but the brevity of the experience is what helps keep you engaged, and nothing is too cognitively overwhelming. One of the key problems with a lot of existing solutions is that very few of them offered actual actionable next steps. So like your dad might tell you, hey, you should consider the solar industry. And he might be right, but he might not know or clarify how you should go about doing it. So Animus is purposely designed so that Noldi will push you to set concrete tasks for yourself in getting to your goal. So in this way, you're designing your very own well-informed career development plan, and one that aligns with who you are and what the world of work actually looks like. So to recap, as I conclude this presentation, I wanted to share some of the key takeaways of this project. Number one being, as much as the solution is designed to help people find jobs, it's not just about finding a job. And that's because the job you may want doesn't exist yet, or what's demanded from the job will change so much over time that it's barely recognizable from what it is today. And the question becomes, how can we possibly stay competitive in this kind of an environment, one where there's constant disruption? The definition of what is valuable, what isn't, keeps changing at the drop of a hat. So what we need, all of us, in order to not just survive, but to thrive in the economy of tomorrow, are the necessary skills to be resilient and adaptable. And we have to be able to know what we are all about, what the landscape looks like, not as two separate things, but through and within each other. And then we have to be able to use this information, all of this data, to set concrete goals for ourselves, motivate ourselves towards accomplishing them. So whether you're still in school or facing decision paralysis, or you're a 20-year industry veteran and you've just been laid off and you're unsure of what to do next, come design your future with Animus. Thank you.